Hello, it's a very wonderful day here today. It's like I think plus 30 or 31, and so I thought I should do this video hard though to enjoy nature before the winter comes chasing us back into hibernation. And today's topic is for you if you have intention to come study in Canada, or you're already in Canada and you want to change your course. In this video I'll be talking about the best course that you can study in Canada. With the way things has been going on with immigration, like tightening up everywhere, every loophole where students can actually get their permanent residency or resident, I think it will be very wise for you to make your decision wisely on the course you're going to be studying in Canada. So, if this is you and you have the intention to come study in Canada, you don't know what to choose to study, you don't know if the course that you're anticipating is on the shortage list, this video is for you. I'll just be taking you through some best courses that you'll be able to study in Canada. If this is you, stay tuned, don't go away. So welcome back. Like I said, it's been so rough with Canadian immigration laws, and because of this, you don't want to come into Canada and study any course that's that is just for the sake of studying alone. You want to study a course that you'll be able to find a good job after your graduation. You just don't want to study and then start hunting for job until your work permit expires. So in this video I'm going to be talking about the best courses that are on the shortage list that you want to choose from. But before that, we're going to be talking about some universities that are open to offering these courses. You know, the first thing I want to talk about before I dive into those universities is that before you study in any university, one, you want to make sure that it's a government run university. It's a government run university. Why, you might ask? Just like it is in every country. Maybe I'll use Nigeria as a case study. If you go to a private school, they are very expensive, and some of these private schools, they are not affiliated to any universities, or they are not affiliated to some important schools or other places that you might want to study for, that they are not recognized. And so it's just the same thing with studying in a private school here in Canada. They can be very expensive, and some of them are not designated learning institution. Again, I repeat, some of these schools are not designated learning institutions. So what is a designated learning institution? A designated learning institution is that institution that is recognized by the government. The government recognizes this institution as a school, and not just recognizing the institution, they've given this institution the opportunity, the rights, the opportunity to give students, the authorization to give students ability to apply for postgraduate work permit. And as you may have known or may have researched, if you haven't researched, you probably want to understand that work permit is a very crucial part of your time here in Canada, because that is the period where you transit from being a student to applying for your permanent resident. So you really want to look for a designated learning institution that is government run, not privately run. And the reason is that it's expensive, and some of them might not have the authority to give you that work permit. So what that means to you will mean to you is that after studying, you might just be asked to go back to your country. So if you want to stay back, if you are intending to apply for a permanent resident after your study, you really want to look for a government designated school, right? So After talking about that, after that, you want to also make sure that this school is in a province where you can afford. I'm saying this because a lot of students, they are being stranded. They are kind of not able to get a job. They are not able to fend for money to pay the accommodation. Accommodation is so expensive in some provinces. So you want to do all those researches. If your school is there's a government designated learning institution, you want to make sure that you know for sure the 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 life in that province. Is it very easy to make ends meet in that province? What is the housing about and all those things? So let's come back to the reason why we are here. We'll be talking about again the courses that are best to study in Canada as at this time, because it's going to change, it's going to vary. But as it is now, the courses that are really best to study in Canada. And the universities are what we are talking about first. We have the University of Saskatchewan. They have a lot um, of these courses. Once I go through, I run through these courses. Just Google into the University of Saskatchewan, and you'll be able to see that some of these courses will be available there. You have the University of Ottawa. Ottawa is in Ontario, and you can also search out for those courses. For those courses, after I speak about them, you also have University of Toronto. They also offer some of those courses. We have University of Calgary. We have the University of Alberta. University of New Brunswick is another one. British Columbia, University of British Columbia, and so many more universities. So these are the ones that I can list. Once I list the name of these courses, you can go and Google a lot of universities. I'm sure will be offering them. So now, what are some of those courses that you really want to come and study? Number one on my list, I have business studies. Anything that has to do with business. Some people might be like, oh, why should I study business? There are so many people who are studying business and there might not be job. Business has a lot. As a business person, you can work in different places. You can be a business administrator, you can be into project management, you can be in supply chains, you can actually work in different aspects. You can work in the hospital, you can work with the government, you can work in private, so you can even plan to own your own business. So that's a very crucial, it's a very lucrative course to study, even though a lot of people think, oh, don't even bother about studying those courses. Another one is engineering. Canada is a growing country. Apart from Russia, Canada is the second in place. The second country that has the largest landscape in the world. You can make your research and quote me wrong if I'm not right. But because Canada is growing, they're going to forever need engineers to do what? To construct. They're going to need engineers to plan their cities. They're going to need engineers to build factories, to build companies. So engineering is ever going to be in the hot or in the short demand course. So if you have a plan to study and you have a brain to study, because remember, you have to know what you're doing, because Canadians and the way Canadian stuff is going now, it is not just coming to study in Canada. You need to be in class, you need to be present, you need to be able to stay and do what you said you're coming to do. In my previous video, you'll see that how I put it there, that the government is going to be coming around to check on people. So you don't want to be a scapegoat, you want to be in class when they come to class. The wind is disturbing me. So anyway, so you want to make sure that this is done. You want to be in class, you want to have a brain to do that engineering course. Another one that you want to study is healthcare. Guys, if you are a nurse in any city, in any country, if you are a doctor, or you are a healthcare worker in any country of originality, and you are still in your country, but you have the intention to come to Canada or to seek for greener pasture in Canada, Canada is crying out for you. Canada is crying out for you. So there are different ways you can migrate if you're already a doctor, or if you're already a nurse, or if you're already a healthcare worker. But that's going to be another video because I don't want this video to be too long of a video. If you are a healthcare worker or you want to come and study healthcare related course, please do, because Canada is short of these people, and not just Canada, I think the whole world is short of them. So it's a course that you really probably want to go for and study. Is a very good course. It's very lucrative. They are forever looking for them, and like I said, there are so many ways you can migrate. If you don't have the money to study as a healthcare giver in your country and you so wish to come to Canada, there are various ways you can come in, right? So I've just talked about three. I've talked about business, I've talked about engineering, I've talked about healthcare. Another one is IT. If you know how to network, or if you know how to do anything computer and you are interested in studying a computer IT in Canada, please don't hesitate. These guys, they are making a lot of money. If you have the brain, and that's not even your field, but you have the brain to go into IT, man, don't waste your time. Waste time no more, because these guys are being paid. They are paid like they are well paid. And the good thing is that most of their jobs are actually hybrid jobs. They are hybrid. What hybrid means is that depending on your company, sometimes you can work from home like 3 times a week, 2 times a week, or some companies you work from home. So literally you can actually work from wherever you are. So you take your work with you. So if you have a brain to do IT, please go for it. Go for it. Their pay is like almost, go for it. So I hope this video has helped. Again, do not just come to Canada to study just for the sake of studying. Do not come to Canada just because you want to come, because times with immigration has changed. A lot of things has changed. You don't just want to come and start hustling without studying, because now from my previous video you will see that a lot of changes has occurred from January till this time. So you want to really do what you want to do. So I guess this is where I draw the curtain for today. If you have any contribution, maybe there are courses that are very lucrative and I didn't remember to mention them from my research. Those 4 courses, they are the cocoa right now. They are just the cocoa. They are selling crazily, and they are not the kind of courses that you will study and you will start looking for a job. No, you get a job, you get a place right away. So please, if you have other courses that are lucrative and I didn't have, please put it in the comment section. And if there's anything that I didn't say right, quote me right, and let's learn from each other, because I'm a learner as well. I learn from you and you learn from me. That's how we're able to help ourselves. So yeah, that's it for today. See, the sun is blinding, but I have to enjoy it, because once winter comes now, everybody will be hibernating. Thank you for staying put or staying with me. And if this is your first time of stumbling into my YouTube channel, I want to say thank you for your time. I want to appreciate you, and you know what to do. Please subscribe, hit that subscription button, subscribe, and let's grow and learn together. So this is it for now. Seeing you in my next video. Bye.
aka ya, aka Jehova na-eme